What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you're new here. Also, Happy New Year's. I'm Don, and today we'll be taking a look at Mikanko's. Seeing that Konami has decided that they'll just release the new support in Master Duel before the TCG. They usually do that with a few archetypes, but this time they actually just surprised me. I didn't see any leaks or anything from like anyone online. I just went on the game and saw Mikanko's, and I'm like, whoa. This is crazy. Anyways, so Mikanko is like a go second OTK deck. That's the main idea of the deck, but you can build it to go first, to be honest. I built it to go first at one point. I was playing like Mikanko Snake Eyes, Mikanko Phantom Knight, Mikanko Adventure, and even Mikanko Fiendsmith, to be honest. You can do whatever you want with the deck. As long as you know the core concept of the deck and what you want to do, then just bridge it with anything that you can bridge with. It's not really copium, to be honest. Seeing that it's a go second deck, I can't really show you like combos unless I'm doing one of those specific builds that's meant to go first. But with the new support, you kind of want to go second, like to save time and just, end games quickly. So let's get into that. But before that, we're going to look at the new cards for those who are probably new to the archetype. Alright, so this list is pretty much geared towards Master Duel. Obviously, you have two maxi here, and there are certain cards in the deck that is pretty much only here because it's the best of one format. For example, Retaliating Sea, you usually just have this in your side deck. But seeing that Dracotail is running amok in Master Duel, we're having this in the main, Honestly, I'm thinking of putting like the Harry at 2. Sometimes it comes up because only having like these 3 names for Sanaki, it sucks sometimes, to be honest. Alright, so let's get into the new cards. The first one on the list would be Sanaki. Unlike the previous non-ritual or extra deck Mikankos, she doesn't have the effect to reflect battle damage. What she does have though is the effect to return a Mikanko card you control to the hand, and if she's sent to the grave, you can equip her to a card on the field. And the best effect of all is if she's equipped, you can special summon a non-illusion Mikanko from the deck, then you're locked into only summoning Mikankos for the rest of the turn. So you get Mikanko locked similarly with the spell, so I guess it's worth it. The next card is the Noble Twins. You send a Mikanko card from your deck to the graveyard except for Noble Twins, then you set a Mikanko spell or trap from your deck except Noble Twins, then you're Mikanko locked from the extra deck. Alright, so the second effect states that you can banish it from the grave to detach a material from a monster you control to special summon a Mikanko or ritual from your hand or deck. This is really good, so you're far less reliant on the quick play spell now to summon your Oime, and you won't have to play the ritual spell. I used to play the ritual spell a lot back in the day because that burn ability is really good, especially with the old time rules. So you just burn them for like 1,000 for each card you pop, and that's usually it's game, so you don't even have to worry about time back then. But if you're playing like a go first Mikanko with the Snake Eyes and such, it does come up. Now for the final new card, we have the Uzime, the Manifested Mikanko, broken piece of card. Rank 3 requires 2 Mikankos. If it's special summon, you can add any equipped spell from the deck or grave to the hand. Broken. I guess it's a good makeup for the fact that we don't have the Isolde, but in Master Duel it's here, so it doesn't matter. The next effect is just the standard battle reflection that the rituals have, only this time it's on the Xyz, so you don't need to be equipped to reflect battle damage. And the final effect, if it battles, at the end of a damage step, you can detach a material and you can make a second attack in a row. Well, not a second attack, another attack in a row. And pay keen attention to that, in a row, which means that if you attack with this card, detach, and then you attack with another monster, you can't attack with this card anymore. So you have to attack again directly after your first attack. So if you want to attack with any other monsters, you have to do that first, then you attack with Uzuime. And you can basically do that up to 3 times, depending on the amount of materials that you have. This is pretty much the card that's allowing us to OTK with a clear board, the weakness of Mikanko back in the day. We're strong now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As for the extra deck, it's not too important. The only important card there is the Uzuime. I just had some space fillers, to be honest. For the equips that we're running, double-edged sword, obviously, the OTK package, along with the Greaves tablet. It's really good against Mitsurugi because they can tribute the monster that it's equipped to. You can also play an Axe of Fools because Axe of Fools isn't once per turn. So if they negate the Axe of Fools and you add it back, you can always negate again. So Griefs though, you can only activate it once, but we can get around that by using Oime's ability. We have Angelic Ring because sometimes we don't OTK, so we need a little backup. So we're playing Angel Ring along with the Rivalry. Some persons play the Spirit Walk. It's good as well because it burns. So if you didn't manage to OTK in your turn, you can always Spirit Walk them with the ritual on the field and it'll burn them. So that's also a thing. And you might be wondering why I'm even playing Darkhold. Is really because I'm playing the Retaliating Sea. Sometimes I can't get it off the field and I don't open the Arabask, obviously. So I need something to just clear the board and then activate my Noble Twins and I win. All right, so let's get into the replays. All right, so this time we're going up against Skullsark. Like, I didn't have any hope for this, but I'm like, when I saw that he was going to special summon, I'm like, Max C and Retaliating C? Perfect. I did him dirty though, because I just kept the Retaliating C on the board and just kept banishing all of his cards. And I realized that those spell cards that were banished, they're actually really good in the graveyard. So the Retaliating C is working overtime, to be honest. So Lava Golem off the 2 negates. And after that, I was going to bounce the Retaliating C, but then I realized that it's not affecting me, so why not just bounce the Lava Golem and then just get rid of all of that. And just to, you know, extra spice, you're gonna add that, and it's a 1-hit KO, the usual. It's far easier than the Azamina OTKs, to be honest. And every now and then you get a hand like this. However, a hand like this isn't necessarily bad, to be honest. It's just how you decide to play the hand, because you can always go quick play spell to summon Sanaki, and then banish the quick play spell to send a Sanaki from the deck. And then once that Sanaki is in the grave, it's going to equip to the one on the field, and then that's going to special summon another one from the deck. But when I went Dark Hole, he DDG, and I'm like, whoa. But seeing that I have these 2 cards, that just doesn't really matter. So what I was going to do is I was going to summon, and then whatever spell that he decides to add, I was just going to steal the monster, because he's most likely going to try to use the spell from the grave to, you know, bounce the monster and then do all of that stuff. But if I stole it, then he can't. But I guess he had other plans, and this is pretty much it. As I said, use the spell to send one Sanaki, and then she was just equipped to herself on the field, and then just trigger to special summon something like a Hare. So that's pretty much how you manage to OTK with just the quick play spell. But in any Mikanko, you just quick play spell and banish quick play, send Sanaki. Sanaki is going to equip to whichever Mikanko is on the field, and then that Mikanko is going to get their effect. So if you made it this far in the video, remember to leave a like. That'll be appreciated. And if you want to see more videos from me, you can check out my channel. And then if you want to see more videos from me in the future, you can subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I make any posts or videos. So as you can see, we're playing against Megalith, the original Mitsurugi. Like, they pretty much do everything that Mitsurugi do. And even slightly better, to be honest, because they can turn 0 ritual summon. If they open like specific like ritual monster, they can ritual summon in the turn 0, and you might be thinking that that doesn't make any sense. But if they open like the huge guy that has a quick effect to ritual summon and that level 2 girl, they can just summon her. She's going to add him back, and with his level and her level, they can always summon the Omni-Negate from the deck. Like, imagine having an Omni-Negate turn 0. Just crazy work. So yeah, I saw that he added the fairy guys, and right there I just decided that, yep, definitely we're gonna get a Baron. So we're looking at a Baron, an Omni, and a potential Raigeki, which I have 2 Lava Golem and 1 Kaiju. Like, the main mistake that I made here was not using the Kaiju on that girl, because even though he has no monster, the fact that he ritual summoned, he got the draw 2. That draw 2 could have been anything. Could have been a Bell and Ash, a Veiler, anything. But this is the real reason why my downfall happened, because of that call by. What I could have done, like the ideal thing, was to Kaiju the girl to not allow him to have any ritual summon and get a draw 2. Then use the Noble Twins to send to Sanaki same way, and then set the Arabask, which the Arabask would equip to the Kaiju, return that to the hand, special summon something like a Hare. Hare would then add me the Fire Dance to attempt to reborn the Sanaki, which will then get the call by, and at least I will still have a Hare on board. Or I could have even went the route where I went for Huli. You know, that's the safest route, but I already have in my head that I was going to OTK, so I could have went for Huli. Huli would have gotten the trap, and then when it's their turn and they ritual summon, I could have just used the trap card to equip to one of their monsters and negate the effect, or even use the spell negate, because they did start off with the spell, to be honest, for their turn. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys, and see you guys next time.